I'm looking like a straight up savage. This hair is out of control today, so I am not going to be on video today. So let's go ahead and if I can find my mouse on here. Oh, that's why this is upside down. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. It says evaluate the following, express your answer in scientific notation. So we want to change these. Actually, these are both in 10 to the 4th power, so we don't actually have to change them. We can just subtract them. So 9.62 minus, remember to line up your decimals. Okay, we want to annex a 0 there. 2 cannot be subtracted from 0, so we have to borrow. 10 minus 2 gives us 8. We cannot take 8 from 1, so we will have to borrow. 11 minus 8 gives us 3. We cannot take 6 from 5, so we will have to borrow. 15 minus 6 gives us 9. Bring down your decimal point. And 8 minus 1 is 7. So on the top we have 7.938 times 10 to the 4th power. Don't forget that 10 to the 4th power. Divided by 3.24 times 10 to the 2nd. Well, we know this is going to be times 10 to the 2nd because 4 minus 2 gives us 2. When we are dividing exponents with the same base, you subtract the exponents. So 4 minus 2 is 10 to the 2nd. But we need to figure out this part. This part you're actually going to divide. So let me find my calculator. Did I not have that handy? Okay. Okay, so we have 7 and 938 thousandths divided by 3 and 24 hundredths. And you should get 2 and 45 hundredths times 10 to the 2nd power. Okay? Oh. Okay. Complete the table to represent a linear function. So from 22 to 31, how you can find that is subtracting. 31 minus 22 is 9, so we're adding 9 here. From 31 to 40, we're adding 9. So to get this next part, we have to add 9 to 40, which is 49. Over here, from negative 15 to negative 9, that's 6. We're adding 6. From negative 9 to negative 3, we are adding 6. So from negative 3, we need to add 6. So negative 3 plus 6 gives us a positive 3. So your new numbers are positive 3 and positive 49. Okay, 33. Meredith is an interior designer for Carson Design Company. The amount of money earned after each hours is represented in the equation E equals 60H plus 150. What does the amount of $150 represents? Well, this is your initial value, right? Your sorry about that. Your 150 is your y-intercept form, or not y-intercept form, y-intercept. And your y-intercept is always your initial value. So it's saying, what does the $150 represent? It represents the initial, if I could spell, it'd be great, initial value, or how much she starts with. In the figure below, lines T and W are parallel lines that are cut by a transversal. This is your transversal, right here. What is the measure of angle A? So I think angle A is the same as angle X because we don't have an angle A on here. So angle X is what we're trying to find. Okay, if this is 145 degrees, okay, 145 degrees plus this one gives us 180. So 180 minus 145, borrow here, 10 minus 5 is 5, 7 minus 4 is 3, and then this is 0, so this is 35 degrees, right here. And this is a transversal, so this angle, I'll do it in a different color, this angle is the same as angle X. If you can see there, they have the same angle point. Okay, so if this is 35 degrees, then angle X is also 35 degrees. These are also these are corresponding angles. This one, the 35 degrees here, and the 35 degrees here, they're corresponding angles. Okay, complete the table with the number of solutions for each equation. So, if they are completely different, then we have one solution. Okay, if just one thing is different, which is here, sorry. If one thing is different, then it's no solution. And here, this is written differently, but if you changed it, all you would have to do is take this one where it's 9x plus 4 equals 31. If you subtracted the 4 from both sides, this would be 9x equals negative 4 plus 31, which is the exact same thing as this. So when they are the exact same, it is infinite solutions. A cone has a radius of 7 inches and a height of 12 inches. What is the volume of the cone in cubic inches? Okay, well we need to do pi r squared times the height divided by 3 for the cone. Okay, so our r is 7 inches, so pi times 7 squared times the height, which is 12, and then divide all that by 3. So I'm just going to put this into my calculator. It said to use 3.14 for pi. So if you have a pi button, don't push it. So 3.14 times 7 times 7 times 12 divided by 3. And this is the answer it gave me, 615 and 44 hundredths. But it said to round to the nearest tenth if necessary. This is the tenths place. We need to look behind it. And the 4 cannot bump up to this 4, so it stays the same. So we have 615 and 4 tenths. And we are working in inches. So inches cubed, because we are talking about volume. So it's going to be cubed. Okay, find the solution of the system of equations below. Because these are both equal to y, we can set them equal to each other. Sorry. Okay, so now we want to solve for x, and then we can plug that in and solve for y. So we want x on one side and all the numbers on the other side. So I'm going to start by subtracting 9x so we can get the numbers by itself. This is going to cancel, and we're left with negative 12 on this side, and then 5 minus 9 on this side, which is negative 4. Don't forget your x. And then, to get x by itself, we want to divide both sides by negative 4. This cancels because negative 4 divided by negative 4 is 1, and 1 times x is x. And negative 12 divided by negative 4 gives me a positive 3. So our x value is positive 3. But now we need to find our y value. To find your y value, you're just going to plug your x value in for x. So 3 times 5 gives me 15, so y is equal to 15. You should be able to plug that x value in for both of them and get the same answer. So let's try it with the other equation. 9 times 3 minus 12. 9 times 3 is 27, and 27 minus 12 is 15. So y is equal to 15. So you don't have to plug it into both equations, but just to double check your work, that's what I would do. So this is your answer. 315 is the solution for those system of equations. A 55-gallon aquarium is being filled with water at a rate of 5 gallons of water every 4 minutes. Okay, so 5 gallons of water every 4 minutes. So 55 gallons is what we're getting to. Okay, it says create a graph that represents the amount of water filling the aquarium for the first 20 minutes. So after 5 gallons is 4 minutes. And then 8 gallons is 10 minutes. 12 gallons is 15 minutes. And 16 gallons is 20 minutes. Sorry, I'm saying this all backwards. 20 gallons is 16 minutes. And then 20 minutes is 25 gallons. All right, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yep. So, what is the rate at which the aquarium is being filled? It is being filled 5 gallons every 4 minutes, but we need to reduce that to where it's something per minute. So to find out how much that is per minute, you're just going to divide 5 divided by 4, which gives us 1 and 25 gallons per minute. And that is your answer. Excuse me. Okay, 130 male and female 8th grade students were surveyed to determine if they prefer math or language arts. Complete the frequency table to answer the questions below. Now I know everybody actually prefers math, so that's no contest, right? Okay, so 130 people were surveyed. Remember, the total always goes in the bottom right corner. And that was very sloppy. Okay, so now to solve, once we have 4 numbers in here, we can solve for the whole thing. So to find this missing piece, you're going to subtract. So you're going to take your total, 130 minus 71, and you're going to get 59. You can do this part in your calculator. To get this piece, you have to subtract these two. So 59 minus 28 gives you 31. And then to find this missing piece, you subtract these two. So 83 minus 31 is 52. That's a 2. And then to find this missing piece, you subtract these two. So 130 minus 83, which is 47. And then 52 and 71, we want to subtract those. 71 minus 52 is 19. And we can just double check here by subtracting 47 and 28 and making sure it's 19. Yep. Okay, so how many more males were surveyed than females? Okay, so there were a total amount of males is 71 and females is 59. So 71 minus 59. Okay, and that's 12. How many students prefer language arts? So there are 47 that prefer language arts. Ha! See? More math. What is the relative frequency of female students who prefer math? So, female students, there's 31 that prefer math out of 59 total. And 31 divided by 59 gives me this. Okay, but if we're rounding this to the nearest percentage, it would be 53% because this is as a decimal form. So as a percentage, it would be this. Okay, but we are rounding it to the nearest percentage. So this would bump that 2 up to a 3, so it would be 53%. Okay? All right, last one. Yay! Compare the following functions. Which function has the greatest rate of change? Rate of change is another word for slope. Okay, so our slope here for function A is 9. Function B, it says point E is at 1, 1, and point F is at 3, 13. So we are going to do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 to find our slope. So this is x1, y1, x2, x2, y2. So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so y2 is 13, so 13 minus y1 is 1 over x2, which is 3, minus x1, which is 1. So 13 minus 1 gives us 12, and 3 minus 1 gives us 2. 12 divided by 2 gives us 6. So the slope for our B is 6. And then for function C, we need to find out how much it's going up and over. So 20 over 2 equals 10. So our biggest slope, our greatest slope, greatest rate of change is 10, which is function C. Okay, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. I hope you guys are getting all of your work done. And if you need any help, please don't hesitate to ask me for help. All right, holler.